You have been lied to from day one about Stormgate, and in this video, I'm going to be ranting and explaining to you exactly what my thoughts about this game are. This is from somebody that played StarCraft 2 for over 10 years, and is an RTS veteran that has played pretty much every major RTS game out there today, including Age of Empires 4, Warcraft 3, any pretty much major RTS that's released in the last 5 to 10 years. So my experience with this game, I was an early alpha player of Stormgate. Now, because of NDA, I will not be talking about the alpha of Stormgate. Unfortunately, I wish I could, but I will be giving you my impressions from the open beta that is now available on Steam via the Next Fest. And I'm going to be explaining in this video and ranting about why I feel Stormgate and Frost Giant Studios has deliberately misled the public and is going to deliver a product that is not what is promised. Now, the first thing I want to show you, although I will be showing you gameplay footage that me and my friend Nick played in the open beta via custom games, is what Stormgate has made on Kickstarter. So remember, guys, that this had a starting budget of around $20 to $30 million. 28,000 backers pledged over $2.3 million to Stormgate. So Stormgate was already fully funded, then it earned $2 million on Kickstarter. This is a PC Gamer article. I feel that Frost Giant has deliberately misled its gaming audience, because what we were promised, and this is somebody that, like me, I've played StarCraft 2 for 10 plus years. I played pretty much all major RTS games, Age of Empires 4, Warcraft 3, the list goes on and on. I played originally Brood War. I played so many RTS games. And what we were basically promised is a somewhat like a StarCraft 3 type experience. Now, it wasn't supposed to be just StarCraft 3. Obviously, this is a new studio. This is their own game. But what it was meant to be was a revolution or an evolution in RTS gaming. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is just for my beta impressions. But remember, guys, I have been playing in alpha, although I can't talk about that, unfortunately, due to Frost Giant's stupid NDA rules. What we got in the beta is an absolute disgrace, guys. We do not have a third race. The second race, the Infernal, is a gutted mess. We cannot access tier 3 tech. Like, we basically can't even access late game tech. The 3D art style, one of my buddies, I don't want to say their name specifically in case they don't want to be, this to be public knowledge, but basically he was saying that it looked like they had one 3D art designer on the team and like a couple of coders. And for them having several years of development, the lack of development that the game is in and how crude the game state is actually shocking. It's a disgrace, guys. It's an absolute disgusting disgrace that this game is worse than games that came out in 2005, 2006, 2007 era, like Warcraft 3. It's an absolute disgrace, guys, that somehow, nearly 20 years later now, game companies think that this is, what people are going to accept. And, people got hooked, like myself. I bought into the hype. I bought into all of the, the press that Frost Giant was pushing out there. And it looks like I wasn't alone because, like I said, 28,143 backers up to now got hyped into it too. They've donated money. They've given over $2.3 million to Frost Giant. And I'm going to tell you guys, I don't believe we will ever get a fully fledged RTS experience. I am upset. I am mad. Go play the beta yourself. I will be showing gameplay footage, so I'm going to be interspersing this throughout the video just to give you something else to look at. But the honest to God, bare bones of it is that this game is a disaster. It's a wreck. It's not a bad game in of itself. If this was an indie game made by like 5 people and they were saying, hey, we wanted to make an indie fun little RTS experience, this would be a good game. And it is fun, and I do maybe intend to make some build guides, and just you having fun with the game since it is free to play. But I will tell you guys that if you're expecting the next big RTS game or the next big esport coming out of Frost Giant Studios, you are mistaken. I've already seen things from Artosis and Tasteless and a lot of these other people, hyping this game up. And to be honest, these are people that I had so much respect for. And I don't blame them. I mean, obviously, they got to feed their families. But the truth of the matter is, guys, and I think they know this, this is a sad, sad departure and a sad, sad downgrade from what we experienced in 2009, 2010 with Wings of Liberty's launch. This game is not even close, guys. Not even a tenth as good as Wings of Liberty, let alone Heart of the Swarm, which was my favorite StarCraft 2 expansion. And then I was thinking Legacy of the Void for many reasons, including David Kim leaving. A lot of things happened, and then the game just started to go downhill, predominantly making the game more accessible for viewers. Now, one of the big things I think that is broken about this game, and I want to talk about why I think it's actually not that good, it's way too easy, guys. They make this game where, honestly, almost anybody can play it. Now, that was one thing that Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 always did so well, which was that it actually took work to learn how to do something. And just like they say in life, most of the really great things do take effort. They do take a certain amount of actual passion for. When you make things too easy, unfortunately, even when you're bringing down that like skill entry barrier, you also bring down the skill ceiling. And that's really noticeable in Stormgate. A lot of times it feels like I don't have anything else to do. I don't know what I should be doing with my APM because I'm just sitting here and everything is kind of being done for me almost. Another problem I think is the maps are absolutely atrocious. Like, I can't believe how bad the maps are. They're extremely bare bones. They're extremely basic. They look terrible for 2024, guys. They look absolutely dog crap terrible, guys. Yeah, so the maps are terrible. The RTS-based mechanics are terrible. There's no third race. We do not have a third tier, like a third tier of tech. The Infernal feels like they're half-baked at this point. And this is a game that's supposed to launch in 2024. I would be more realistically putting this game at launching in a playable state somewhere in like 2026. I think this is at least a year and a half, 2 years away from being anything that people actually want to play. And the sad thing is now they've taken people's money. And to be honest with you, I would not be surprised to see a Kerbal Space Program 2 type situation develop where they take the money and then they like low-key stop development, do a rug pull. Now, I'm not saying they will do this, but I think they're basically counting on the RTS community basically having no other option and them just being like, well, we don't have anything else to play, so I guess we're going to have to play Stormgate. Anybody that is giving positive reviews to the game in this state, I mean, I don't want to call them out and say they're getting, paid in the pocket, but realistically, it can be their opinion. People do have different opinions. I'm sure there are some people that like it, but I think for any RTS veteran, if they're saying that this is anywhere near as good as StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, even AoE 4, this is a disgrace. Even, I don't think AoE 4 is like my favorite RTS, but at least that was a mostly put together RTS game. This is the bare bones, like, skeleton of one that is half baked and honestly, guys, lazy. Disgustingly, sickeningly lazy, guys. And yeah, guys, I just wanted to put that rant out there. I want you to hit those comments below. Tell me what you think about Stormgate. But I've been really, really, really disappointed. I hope you enjoyed some gameplay footage I put in here, throughout the video, just to kind of show you what the game actually looks like when you're playing it. But honestly, guys, let me know if you want more Stormgate videos. But guys, I would not recommend giving them any money. Do not put any money into Stormgate. Do not pay Frost Giant a penny. It is a low-key rug pull, guys. And I don't think this game will ever be a major RTS contender, to be totally honest. For the people that worked on the game, to be honest, guys, I think you kind of should be ashamed, to be honest, because people were doing better in 2005, 2006. People were literally making much better games that looked better, played better, and had more content 20 plus years ago. And if that doesn't cause you to be ashamed, I don't know what is. I mean, if you were a junior developer and this was like a student project or like a something like that, I could understand it. If this was a 2 or 3 man team that was working on the weekends and this was a passion project, I could understand it. But for a major studio that's trying to say that they're going to be the next big iteration of RTS gaming, guys, seriously, you should be ashamed. It is absolutely a disgrace. So that's my thoughts about the Stormgate Beta. Like I said, I cannot talk about Alpha. I cannot talk about anything that's in NDA. All of my opinions in this video was specifically about the open beta that just launched recently on Steam's Next Fest. Definitely check out the game out and tell me what your thoughts are. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me if you agree or you don't agree, and tell me what your thoughts are after you played the beta.